Hello everyone, I wish you to have a nice day, and let's start with the Bitcoin price prediction for, of course, today. What we have, we're gonna start with the daily, where we have a 1 2 1 2 1 2 triple 1 2s. We have a wave 3 4 5 4 and a 5, and then a complex wave 4, not finished yet with a wave 5, because of course the wave 4 did not invalidate this wave 1 here as an impulse, where you are in the yellow scenario 1 2 3 4 and a 5. The invalidation is to interfere, of course, in the zone 1 at 65k 175. And in this case, we can consider that this impulse is still active, regardless, of course, to the time here. For a wave 4, that it took, of course, much more than 4 times for a wave 2. However, the time is never an invalidation in Elliott wave. It is a guideline, preferably that the wave 4 is double time wave 2, but in this case, of course, it took a little bit longer. So in this case, we are looking for higher prices as an impulse, wave 5 1 2 3, and you're looking right now at a wave 4 and still looking for a final wave 5 to finish this impulse, potentially in the blue box here, where we might finish between the 130k 144k. And don't forget that, of course, by taking the high simply with a 5-way structure here, it can be, of course, an already finished wave 5 toward the upside, claiming that this wave 5 has finished as a bull run and then started the move towards the downside, of course, for a bear market. In case we are in this scenario and we reach, of course, higher, I would say that a new bear market might start to unfold, which it can be, of course, a big A, B, and a C toward the downside after finishing exactly a wave 1 over there, with of course, all-time high for Bitcoin starting from the 15k 500 until around the 130k and above, in case we reach this price. Now, if we have, of course, something bearish already and we are already in a bear market, of course, that is a scenario where you are in an A, B, and a C, which is this one exactly as an expanding flat. You have topped here for a wave 1 after you finished here as a double 1 2 3 4 5 4 and a 5 finished impulse, of course, and you start a bear market in a complex wave A and then having another wave B here. The wave B, obviously, it is kind of like can be 3 ways toward the upside, where you are looking for an A, B, and a C. As a wave B expanding flat, the fib levels taken from the start of the A to the bottom of the A give us, of course, a fib levels 1.38, 1.23, around the 126, 190k. And those are, of course, the fib level for an expanding flat, the perfect one, where you would like to see a wave B finishing there and then start the move toward the downside for a wave C in an expanding flat A, B, and a C. In this case scenario, you have finished almost your bear market, or we are in the middle of the bear market still, where we are still looking for this wave B to be done and finished. And the bear market might be, of course, mostly in this wave C, where you might have, of course, a finished bear market ABC and start the bull run again toward the upside, knowing that we got a new high that will be very fast, of course, to get a new bull run from there and moving toward the upside. And that because, of course, in this case scenario where you have a bull run, you might face a very strong resistance exactly here. A very strong resistance where we have a technical support, and it is in confluence, of course, with the 0.32 here. The 0.38, sorry, which is, of course, the wave 2 potentially here that you would like to have for a wave C. So the 0.38 is around 51k here, taking almost the low, of course, of this technical support. Probably can take it, even hit the 0.5 and start the move again toward the upside. It doesn't matter even if this is broken. This is a very strong area, of course, around the 50k, of course, for Bitcoin, in case we move down for a bear market again. So this is what I'm looking for. Actually, it has to be, of course, a 1-2 after a finished here, an impulse toward the upside. Whether you finish a wave 1 here, you are looking already for an ABC. If you will finish the wave 1 over there, you will seek after another ABC, which it might hit again as the same target, of course. So we're gonna see, of course, how this is going to unfold. Currently, the price action will decide which scenario is going to be playing in this area. Meaning, if we are in the bullish scenario here, if the price moves to this area, this blue box, which is between the 130k and the 144k or 45k, that would be, of course, a wave 5 unfolding definitely here, meaning the wave 1 will be done and finished here. In case that we see the price finishing around the 126 and the 120k here, that means, of course, a wave B as an expanding flat is unfolding in this area here. And that means that your wave 1 is actually finished over there, and this is a wave B here playing as an A, B, and a C toward the downside. Yep, so those are the difference that we might get, of course, in the next price prediction, of course, to see are we in a bear market or are we in the middle of the bear market, and we are very closer, of course, for a new bull run toward the upside. Let's move inside this price action on the lower time frame to see what happened yesterday and what it might happen today. So yesterday we saw, of course, that we have topped here for the wave 1 to continue, of course, this trend towards the upside, where you have finished a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and we finish a wave 1 here, and we start, of course, an ABC, a correction towards the downside. Preferably that this correction hits at least the 0.38 104k, and of course the minimum FIB time required for this correction is 0.38 FIB time, which is still very far, of course, and we still need of course a few days to accomplish, of course, this correction for Bitcoin. And yeah, in case we are in an ABC here, it can be that you have finished 3 waves over there. You can get another 3 waves, and then, of course, one more 5 waves toward the downside to finish this wave 2, and therefore launching, of course, a wave 4 and a 5 toward the upside to finish, of course, this bull run, or a wave B in an expanding flat, as explained, of course, in the daily analysis. So for today, I'm expecting, of course, on the micro level as well. If we move to the 15-minute chart here, obviously we have an impulse, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for the micro level, and we saw here a potential A, B, and a C. Maybe still can be unfolding, of course, a wave B in the middle before we move for a wave C toward the downside, meaning A, B, and a C. Or it can be, of course, a finished wave B already there, and we start to see here something like impulsive 1, 2, 3. But yeah, I mean, this can be definitely like a diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 in case, but I believe that this can be much more corrective rather than impulsive, but still, of course, open for a diagonal, probably to finish an ABC here, and then, of course, looking for 3 waves up and then continuation for a wave C as explained on the 2 hours chart, because we need definitely here a wave 2 to reach, of course, something like around the 0.38 FIB level, which is the 104k 600. That was it for Bitcoin for the daily analysis. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.